Sports Blitz Live is on the air with full coverage of the Auburn Tigers.
Touchdown, Auburn!
The Alabama Crimson Tide.
Off to the inside, intercepted Alabama. Touchdown!
And everything college and high school sports. Now, let's join Andy, Brett, Randy, and Luke for this edition of Sports Blitz Live.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday evening. Welcome into the latest edition of Sports Blitz Live. I am Andy Graham alongside Brett Pritchard. We'll be with you for the next couple of hours, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the wide world of sports. It is a new day, Brett.
It is a new day, no doubt about it.
Football season's over. Now we're going to
a new president.
Basketball season, new president.
That's right.
Baseball season.
Boy, talking about somebody hitting the ground running. Good Lord.
Yeah, he is in a sprint.
Yeah, he's making up for lost time for sure.
Yeah.
So, hey, look, not to make this political, but even some of whether you're conservative or or liberal, whatever, the media was saying in really in harmony with each other yesterday. They're like, I think he answered more questions in today than Biden answered all of last year.
Yeah.
And that was from every it didn't matter what media.
That's because it's true.
Well, they were all talking about it, and they were all saying, whether you were left or right leaning or in the middle or whatever, they were all like, man, it's kind of refreshing to have a president, whether you like the guy or not.
They can actually.
Well, he's actually sitting there and talk to you for a while. Well, this was not even a press conference. He's sitting at his desk, and there's 800 people in the Oval Office, and he's just off the cuff talking, as he's signing, and communicating. I mean, I don't care who you voted for. I mean, that's got to be at least a little bit refreshing.
To know you got somebody that's got a pulse.
Well, they'll at least talk to you.
Yeah.
Don't have to agree with everything, but good Lord, man. At least know that you are actually breathing oxygen and coherent and can actually function.
That'd be nice.
So,
yeah, to be the leader of the free world.
Yeah, nice.
But anyway.
Kind of needs to be a prerequisite.
Yeah. We did the show today. We'll talk about, of course, the national championship game last night. Hey, never too early to talk about this year, the upcoming college football season. Top 25, little preseason top 25 out.
I got a new top 25 for you.
Auburn also receiving votes.
Yeah, let's
look out.
I also saw one where we're 11th preseason. I absolutely on three. On three has Auburn 11th in the preseason. I mean, look, again, I'm not getting into this year. I've already made a vow, and I told you and everybody else that'll listen. I'm excited for the recruiting and the roster we have, but ain't buying in, man, until we win some. I just go show me, man. I'm might as well move to Missouri, and I'm gonna stick to that. I'm not. I don't care if Deuce Knight looks like the second coming of whoever in spring practice, and Jackson Arnold never has a pass incomplete in the spring. I'm just going to go, okay, that's great. And I see what you can do against Baylor. And then we'll move from there. I'm not diving into this crap.
Who also receiving votes?
Who?
Baylor.
Well,
so
look, that's fine. I mean, I think Baylor is a decent program. They're no world beater.
No.
And if Auburn is to take the next step, they're going to win that football game. I said, you called me out on Auburn basketball several years ago, and then you said, you're right. When Auburn was dominant in basketball, I think it may have been the 2020 year before it's coming off the run to the Final Four, and then, that year got axed. I said, if we're a good basketball team, we'll win the ball game. We'll go over and win because we're much better than them. And I said, I know you're not going to win every game on the road, but some games you look at it and go, man, if you're a contender, you'll go win that basketball game. I hate to bring up Alabama and give them accolades. I try not to do that. But they laid an egg at home against Ole Miss, and then they went to Rupp Arena and won a game. That's not easy to do. I don't care what year it is or who it is, but they went to Rupp Arena and said, no, we ain't losing two in a row. And that's what good programs do, man.
Yep.
Good programs go, okay, we gotta buckle down. So Auburn, if they're a good program and people are gonna buy into all this hype, they'll go win that football game.
Well, I mean, we talked about it today. It's going to take $20 million roster to what do you think Auburn's roster is right now?
I have no idea. I mean, I think Auburn is.
Are we in the ballpark? We're in the ballpark. Are we in the game?
Well, which is accurate, 20 or 30 million? I've heard 30 million for Ohio State. Is that accurate, or is it 20 million?
Well, let's say 20.
I think Auburn's probably around. I think Auburn's around 11 to 15. I think probably that's where Auburn is in their NIL money for football. I mean, that's just kind of, at one point in time there was a chart out on this, and again, I don't know how accurate it was, and I think Auburn was in the top 10 in the country in NIL. So, what does that mean? I don't know. Are you getting your money's worth out of the players you're paying? That's another thing. Is Carson Beck worth what Miami's going to pay him? I don't know that, man. But I guess they're desperate to replace Cam Ward. They probably needed to go out and pay for a defense.
That'd be yeah.
I mean, because it wasn't offense that cost them games this year and cost them an opportunity to get in the playoffs. It was that crap defense they had. So even Cam Ward couldn't help them. And that's the thing that sucks about Auburn is I think if he'd have come to Auburn could have gotten to the playoffs. I think our defense was good enough, and he was good enough to win us about 4 more games this year, and we'd have went 9-3 and possibly 10-2, and been talking about the playoffs. Instead, we got what we got.
Yeah,
a big old dookie pie. I mean, another losing season. So another bad decision. So,
yeah.
I mean, I hate to sum it up, but we're in a new day and age of being blunt, dude. That's the truth. I mean, we stuck with Peyton Thorne, and you knew what you were going to get. You're going to get a big old pile of crap to the face like at the zoo. Like when you taunt the monkeys, when you go to the cage and you taunt the dang monkeys, man, expect to get a big pile of crap or something thrown in your face.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we knew what was coming. How did Hugh Freeze not know? How did he not know what was coming?
Yeah, he's only been here a couple years.
Geez, dude. I mean, he rolled the dice on Peyton Thorne, and it got us 5 wins.
That's true.
So,
well, look, we are 4 straight losing seasons, and the one before that was 6-5.
So it's half a decade.
I mean, my goodness,
it's half a decade of mediocrity.
Wow. You remember when we were talking about? If we don't do something about, I remember us having a conversation about, if we don't do something about Brian Harsin after his first year, we said, if we don't do something about this, he's going to set the program back a ways. The program was already being set back.
Yeah, Gus was.
We just didn't really, how did we not pay attention to that?
Gus, we've made some bad decisions.
We did. We knew. Everybody knew it was time for Gus to go, but we were just kind of like, well, I mean, he never had a losing season. I mean, you kind of fall back on that, but when does that start? Since when is that the standard at all?
Well, I said it forever, and I had pushback from, I remember when Scott was on here, and several people said, well, you don't ever know who you're going to get, and I understand that, but that's not what we are as a program. Mentally, from a facilities and donations and recruiting, that's not who we are. And why? If you start accepting mediocrity, that's who you become. I mean, I remember the conversations we had about Tennessee.
Yeah.
After a while, that is who you are. You can say, oh, the big orange tea in Neyland Stadium and all this kind of stuff, and every year they rolled out a crap product. And after you do that for about 10 to 15 years, there's a whole generation that's coming through that don't even know that you were good at ever. They'd have to dig back, and you have to listen to what somebody tells you about them. There's kids that never witnessed Tennessee beat Alabama.
That's true.
While Nick Saban was there. So, I mean, very rare, very, In Auburn right now, I mean, let's be honest, you got some 5-year-old and 6-year-old kids right now that are being raised in Auburn families like you and I were, and they're looking up and they haven't witnessed anything other than average to below average.
Well, like I say, Trump's president, it's snowing on the beach.
Yep.
And,
hey, and there is a freeze warning in Auburn for real. So maybe this is a foreshadowing of things to come.
Maybe so. Well, we'll talk about some basketball. Auburn's the unanimous number one in basketball.
Talk about some good stuff.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about. NFL playoffs, we can talk about that. That's some pretty interesting thing. We're down to the Final Four in that.
Dude,
I'm
just reading more and more about this college football national championship game, and there's everybody. Now, look, the numbers may prove everybody wrong, but all the major, anything you look at on X or any type of
nobody
thinks it. Everybody thinks it's just all out of whack, dude. I mean, it's just all out of whack. It seems out of place.
Yeah.
So,
well, this is the first big.
Alabama is killing Vanderbilt, by the way.
Oh well,
49-31.
Well, I mean, I didn't expect much.
Well, I didn't either, but I'm just saying. I mean, Vanderbilt's won a couple in a row. They just beat Tennessee at home, but they traveled to Alabama and they are getting their doors blown off. And Mississippi State down 7 to Tennessee with 15 minutes to go. Rock fight game, 38-31 in the second quarter. The second half.
Oh, it's already in the second half.
Yeah, 15 and a half minutes to go in the game, 38-31. So
wow. And then you got Missouri at Texas.
That starts at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, 8 o'clock tonight. All right, we'll go ahead and take our first break tonight, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Sports Blitz Live right after this.
Sportz Auto Sales, Highway 280 in Kellyton, Alabama, is home-owned and home-operated. If you're looking for tires, they have it. If you're looking for a vehicle, they have them. Great selection. Always out looking for more just for you, the customer. And if you're looking for service, whether you buy the vehicle from them or whether you buy the vehicle somewhere else, they do service work and got a great crew there. Keep us in mind. Don't you go by Sportz Auto Sales on Highway 280 in Kellyton today.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout Central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
I'm Karen Chanel, your State Farm agent in Alexander City, Alabama, and the greater Lake Martin area. I want to talk to you a little bit today about your discounts. How many of you are entitled to discounts that you may or may not be receiving? One of the easiest discounts on your homeowner's insurance is that of having a fire extinguisher. Coupled with a deadbolt lock and a smoke alarm, that gives you an automatic discount on your homeowner's policy.
Located in the heart of Alabama, Lake Martin is a destination of tasty delights.
Lots of butter.
There's no shortage of culinary genius.
Don't tell my secrets.
From mom and pops
Everyone feels like family.
to lakeside dining.
We serve food, but we try to do it with purpose.
Pour it straight in the ear.
I'm Trey Foshi.
I'm a chef now.
And I'm going to try them all.
Dude, I can do this all day.
Because there's one thing locals around here know. Lake Martin's got bite.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you, just getting started on tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We're brought to you each and every evening by JR's Sports Bar and Grill. It's a great place to get some lunch or dinner right here in downtown Alexander City. Kind of a landmark here. Been here, celebrated, what, 25 years.
Last year.
Last year. So, JR Sport, great food, great people, great atmosphere there at JR's Sports Bar and Grill. Of course, you can't go there tonight. Can't go to anywhere tonight because we just closed down the city, even though there's like the smell of snow.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing
we got 17 flakes. That's all. I mean, literally. I was going home today from the show, and there was like 2
Yeah, I was like, so I was going to ride over and get me a coffee before, and I rode into the parking lot, and there wasn't a car anywhere. I'm like, well, crap, I guess they closed. You know, south of the bridge is pretty rough. So, but not up here, not in Allen City. It's not.
I mean, literally,
like nothing there.
In Gulf Shores, they're getting 6 inches,
and we get
nothing.
Dude, and the map showed that we were getting snowed on all day today, but I guess it was too dry here, and by the time the snow got to where it needed to, you know, at this, it just fizzled out.
It literally came up to the line. I think it snowed in Dadeville.
It did. It snowed in Jackson's Gap. So it snowed on the bridge, like literally just a few miles down the road. So, yep, no snow for us here in Allen City.
Yeah,
so.
Thanks for that.
That was Biden on the way out of town.
Thanks, Biden. Appreciate it.
It's all his fault.
But anyway, we appreciate you joining us this evening. National championship game last night. It was kind of. You said it's kind of a dud. You thought a lot of people.
Well,
the game itself, you know, it ended up being entertaining in the second. I watched the entire thing. I was entertained.
You did it because you're a college football fan.
That's true.
And it's a national championship game, and that's exactly why most any of us would watch that. But I think I told you today on the Auburn Blitz, I think that's the second time in the last 25 years I didn't really care, and the other one was Alabama Notre Dame, and it wasn't because of Alabama. I watched all the Alabama national championship games, but I just knew what it was going to be. I knew it was going to be a disaster.
I don't think I watched a play of the Alabama LSU national title game.
That one was kind of a dud too because Alabama just absolutely dominated that game, and they couldn't score. And you know, LSU had beat them in the regular season. What was it, 9-6?
I don't think I watched any of the Alabama Notre Dame.
Well, that Alabama Notre Dame game was awful.
Yeah,
I mean it was. I mean, even their players now, when you go back and listen to them talk about that, they were intimidated coming out of the tunnel. I mean, good Lord, dude. I mean, we should all bet everything we had, a smidget of value on Alabama that game.
Yeah.
Because that one was, everybody knew with the fake girlfriend with
Manti
Te'o and all. I mean, this was a joke, man.
Manti Te'o thing.
And they snuck by like 5 teams that year. Like, I mean, snuck by. Like, things fell in their favor, and they made it to the national championship game, and everybody said, this is going to be a massacre of epic proportions. And Eddie Lacy is still spinning going down the field.
Yeah.
Somebody's still hitting the circle button. And Eddie Lacy's still spinning through tackles and running over people.
Well, this was a much better Notre Dame team.
There's no doubt about it, but still they lacked an it factor offensively.
They did.
And Ohio State was the best team in the college football playoff. They proved that since the first round when they had to play Tennessee. Then they had to turn around and play Oregon, and they just obliterated
I mean,
them.
and that goes to my point today. They beat a good Tennessee team. They beat a undefeated
number one
ranked
ranked Oregon team,
and they beat Notre Dame to finish.
They
it
beat
off,
Texas too.
Beat Texas. So I mean, it was they earned their way.
Boy, I mean, they can put that crown up on the mantle and say, and I mean, it's arguably the hardest route for anybody.
Yeah.
In the college football playoff. I mean, if you want to look at who they had to go through versus who Penn State drew versus who Notre Dame drew. Now, Notre Dame beat Georgia. I get it. But Georgia, they
depleted Georgia.
A depleted Georgia team. But they did. They won it. And but their route was a little bit easier than Ohio State.
You could say that for sure. I don't think anybody would argue that. Look, this is kind of an interesting, I think, talk, the top 25 for next year. I said Auburn, Texas Tech, Missouri, Georgia Tech, Baylor, Duke, Washington, Nebraska, Iowa, Army, Colorado, all also receiving votes.
When was the last time Alabama came into a preseason poll ranked out of the top 10?
It's been a while.
They finished 17th in this poll.
Yeah, they
When was
did.
the last time Alabama finished 17th in a poll?
It's got to be pre-Saban, obviously.
Like to get Luke on tonight, possibly, and at least get his thoughts on that and see kind of what he thought about the game last night and whatnot. But if he's available, he can't blame it on the snow because there's no snow north of here.
Ole Miss coming in at 25th. You surprised at that? That's a little low. Returning players, well, they're losing Jackson Dart.
That's right.
They're losing Jordan Watkins. They're losing Trey Harris. They're losing, quite a few of their defensive guys as well.
But they got Auburn right behind them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking at in order of receiving vote.
You surprised that Ole Miss is that low?
I am a little bit because they were, I thought, one of the better teams in the country this year. And if they don't lay an egg against Kentucky, they get in the college football playoff. And, look, I don't know that anybody would have been excited to play them either. They once again ended the season on a high note, but they always seem to – whatever you want to say about Lane Kiffin, he wins 10 games plus a year. And, I know it was disappointing for them. They went out and really thought they had done what they needed to do in the portal, and they laid an egg. They laid an egg against Kentucky, and they laid an egg against Florida. Now, Florida was better when they played them. But
you can't lose to Kentucky at home.
You cannot lose. That was the same day as Auburn, Oklahoma. And I'll never forget sitting in the stands, and I had my phone, and I was watching the tail end of that Ole Miss Kentucky game, and I'm thinking, good God, dude, I cannot believe Kentucky's about to win this game in Oxford. And then, of course, we played out, great for three quarters and crapped all over the field and lost that game. So I remember that one very vividly.
Hard to forget.
It's hard to forget.
Yeah. Boise State coming in number 24. They lose Austin Genty, so he will not be back.
That's a big loss, by the way.
Miami comes in at 23. Cam Ward, obviously, going to the NFL. Probably.
They don't have a lot of faith in Carson Beck to get them back up there?
I mean, who knows? I mean, the guy dude's an elbow injury for a quarterback.
But he didn't have a good year, period. That first half of the Alabama game was about as bad of a performance. Now, they came back.
They did.
In that game. Boy, you look at Alabama, and look, Auburn's got its problems for all the Alabama fans watching go, why are they picking on us? I'm not. But for Alabama, I mean, man, that South Carolina and that Georgia game could have gone the other way, and it could have been 2 more losses for Alabama this year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you.
Texas A&M coming in at 22. Marcel Reed coming back, young guy. Le'Veon Moss coming back.
Right.
A really good running back as well. He got injured. I guess it was in the Ole Miss game, I believe. They lose quite a bit on defense, but got a lot of that offense coming back. Year 2 of Mike Elko, that usually gives you a bump. That could be an interesting game.
Sure.
An interesting factor in that. So, and Michigan coming in at 21. Michigan started bad. They ended up 8-5. I don't know what to quite think about Michigan quite yet.
Hey, they got better.
They
got better.
They did get better. That's a good point.
So I don't know that was a team you really wanted to be playing.
Not Alabama didn't want to play them.
No, they didn't.
Of course, it was a monsoon.
Good God, and they got off to a horrendous start.
Yeah, as much as
not terrible.
Jalen Milroe that had his moments. I don't think anybody's going to be sad to see him go in Tuscaloosa.
Well, it's a mixed bag. I mean, Luke said it a bunch of times on here. I mean, Jalen Milroe, who do you think's better, Jalen Hurts or Jalen Milroe?
Hurts.
I mean, he got benched.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody wrote him off, right? Seems to be working out pretty good for him, isn't it? Who's a better athlete? Jalen Milroe's a better athlete than Jalen Hurts.
I think that's true.
So, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with Jalen Milroe. I mean, look, we've had love-hate relationships with players at Auburn, and Alabama fans have a love-hate relationship with Jalen Milroe right now. He did some really good things, and he also did some things that you want to forget if you're an Alabama fan. So,
up against another break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the top 20 of 2025. Top 20 of 2025. More to come right after these messages.
Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center provides optimum care for the whole person. Dr. Dimo Popov specializes in the prevention and diagnosis of high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, and acute and chronic conditions. Our weight loss clinic offers lipo shots and a guide to healthy weight loss. Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center, where lifestyle changes are made.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need. With top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill. And our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you. Thank you so much for being with us. We are looking at the top 25 of 2025. A little never too early to start talking about this year of college football. The Louisville Cardinals coming in at number 20. They were good. They had a good year, and not a bad year, but not a great year. Tennessee, number 19, a little bit. I think that's low for Tennessee. With Nico.
I don't know that I was very I don't know that I was very impressed with Tennessee.
They were not.
I'm talking about Nico.
They did not get back.
Emi Aliavas is how you pronounce it. I had to sit there and think about it for a second, but he just didn't. You know, I know he's a good quarterback, but man, in big games there were some.
Their offense was not good.
Their offense was not good, man, period. So, I mean, no other way to spin it. I was trying to think of another way to talk about it, but it just wasn't very good.
Yeah.
That's a little disappointing if you're Tennessee.
That may be about right.
How about the Florida Gators?
How about the Florida Gators?
I'm going to say I think they may be a little bit too low.
8-5 with
DJ Lagway.
DJ Lagway coming back.
I'm telling you, man. I wouldn't be surprised to see Florida in the top 10 halfway through the season. I mean, they're Billy Napier. Kudos to that guy.
Man, yeah.
He was on his hottest seat as anybody in the country, and man, he turned it around. And he's probably regretting not starting DJ Lagway earlier.
He should be.
Look, I think. Look, I'm going to go ahead and make a call. Florida beats Georgia next year.
Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you. I just feel like if they'd have had anybody else, they got hurt in the first half of that game. And if he's able to play that whole game, I think the outcome's different. Georgia they were not playing well in the first half. So I'm going to go ahead and call it today. You can go back, and when we get down the line and it gets football season and – that game comes up and say, all right, here we go.
I remember. It's not like James. You buying James dinner.
Yeah, I mean that's fabricated, man. I don't know where that came from. Look, I'll admit when I say I'm going to do something, I don't remember that one. So
we'll have to rerun it.
I must have had selective amnesia on that one. So.
Number 17, Indiana. They lose Curtis Rourke. So,
what's their schedule this year? Is it still trash?
Oh,
I'm sure it is.
I guess it would be. I mean, it's probably the reverse of what it was.
Look, nobody's getting fooled by them again. This is George Bush all over again. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you can't get fooled again. And that nobody's getting fooled by Indiana.
No, they're not sneaking up on anybody. Kansas State coming in at number 16. That seems to be where they are about every year.
Yeah.
In the teens. And
SMU starting to be a team to look out for. They got all the money, man.
Kevin Jennings is coming back, quarterback.
Boy, you talk about somebody that crap the bed.
It was not good.
Lord hell.
It was not good.
In the first half of the ACC championship game, it was terrible too.
If they don't turn the ball over, they're in that game.
They are.
He just
threw it right to him, and this was Jackson Dart bad in the Florida game.
Yeah.
Like, man, I know that's the other team, but I can't stop from throwing it to them. I mean, it's like there was some kind of magnetic force that was forcing them to throw the ball to Penn State.
But throw a pick, get bailed out by a penalty, I'll throw it to him.
I'm just going to throw it right back to him again. That wasn't good enough. I'm about to make it even better.
Arizona State, hey. How about Dilly? Is he going to get a bigger job, you think, here pretty soon?
I'll see what he does this year.
Yeah.
I'll see what he does.
Do you think they're the ones that's not going to sneak up on anybody again? Think that was part of it as well?
Yeah. I think
Sam Levitt is coming back.
They don't have Scatterbo, do
No,
they?
Scatterbo has gone on. I mean, going to the NFL, I guess he'll probably – I'm assuming he'll get drafted. I don't know how high, but we'll see. How about Burt? with Illini. I mean, I knew that he was going to get I figured he'd get Illinois better. But, number 13 preseason in 2025. Went 10-3 this year. Luke Altmaier's coming back, their quarterback coming back. So they got a lot coming back off that team from last year. So how about Illinois? Break them up. Alabama,
12.
Alabama lost 4 games this past year.
Right. It's been a long time, man.
A lot of people not real happy with Kalen DeBoer.
Of course not. And so now he knows what being on the hot seat is. And, you can go back and say, well, he was the first-year head coach in Alabama history to win 9 games. And all that got overshadowed, just like I thought it would, when you follow up Nick Saban. If you're not making the playoffs, nobody cares that you are the first coach to win 9 games in your first year. Yeah, he's got a lot of proving to do, man.
Yeah, no question about that. Iowa State coming in at number 11, ahead of Alabama. That's funny, isn't it?
Well, I just think
it just seems like an odd world.
Well, everything's all.
It's true.
Kind of bass-backwards right now. So.
Yeah. Beck is coming back for Iowa State, the quarterback. So they got a whole lot coming back off that team. They lose a lot, but they bring back a lot too. So that's you can actually do that.
That's exactly right.
Both things can be true.
That can happen.
I tell you what, we'll take one more break. We'll come back. We'll reveal the top 10 of 2025 when we come back. More to come.
Kickoffs next week.
That's right.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you, looking at the preseason top 25 poll for this coming year, or this year, I should say, 2025. The top 10. How about the South Carolina Gamecocks? Preseason number 10.
I don't think so.
I don't know if this will be.
I don't think so.
Yes, you think it's way too high?
Yeah, I think it's way too high. I'd put Tennessee up there before I'd put them.
Now Lenore Sellers is back.
I don't
He's
I don't care.
Just a sophomore.
I'd put Tennessee or Florida up there before I put South Carolina. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Debo, not a big believer in Beamer.
Yeah.
They always seem to lose games they shouldn't every year. Now, that's I'm kind of the show me on that one.
Yeah.
For South Carolina as well. How about BYU coming in at number 9?
Okay.
I mean, they had a good team.
They did. They did.
They beat Colorado, who everybody
I think this next one's too high.
Colorado's going to be very good.
I think this next one's too high.
You think this next one's too high?
Yeah.
LSU Tigers coming in at number 8.
I do.
Nussmeier back.
I mean, is he impressive?
No. I mean, he at times.
I mean,
Harold Perkins is back. Not that he actually.
He had a terrible.
He had a bad year.
He had a bad year this year.
Kyron Lacey's too busy hitting people with cars.
That guy's a bad apple, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you just know. I mean, everything he does, man.
Mason Taylor's gone.
Right. We'll see what the fake Southerners able to do down in Baton Rouge. They got a bunch of snow there.
Yeah, considering his old job, the other guy took it and went to
the national championship. Tony said he saw on Facebook where they received 11 inches of snow just outside of Andalusia, and it's still falling down there. We ain't get a flurry. Ty said Indiana's got Old Dominion on their schedule. Well, that's a way to come right back and follow up that fierce schedule you had last year with another tough one. Old Dominion, isn't that a trucking line?
I don't.
I mean, they're like a big sponsor of college football. I know Old Dominion.
Everybody's got one puff piece.
They had everybody was puff piece last year except for Ohio State, and they got the hell beat out of it. And then it's like, oh well, let's just get Indiana up there. And then they played Notre Dame, and that was a blah game.
Let's see what's there.
Yeah, we'll pull it up. Keep rolling with the top 25. I'll pull up Indiana. I mean, it's I can promise you it ain't much.
All right, Clemson Tigers coming in at number 7. Clemson, everybody doubting Dabo. He brings them back to the playoff. They get beat, but they acquitted themselves fairly well. Cade Klubnik is back at quarterback. Antonio Williams back at receiver. They got
all right, Indiana opens up with Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, Indiana State. That's their first.
Kennesaw State
and Indiana
State.
That's their first three.
I didn't know. Oh, Kennesaw. Okay.
Georgia, man.
Yeah.
Actually, that's Georgia.
Yeah.
So Illinois is game 4.
Okay.
Iowa. I mean, Iowa can't score on anyone.
Where?
It's at Iowa.
Yeah, that'll be tough.
Well, I mean, finally. Where's Iowa on here?
Hey, Illinois apparently.
Well, where's Iowa on the top 25?
They're not. In the top
that's right. So okay.
But Illinois.
Now then they got to go to Eugene, Oregon. That's a L for sure.
Okay.
Loss. Then they got Michigan State at home. They ain't no good.
No, they're no good.
UCLA
comes good
in
at all.
Terrible. Maryland, no good.
No good.
Then they got to go to Penn State. Loss.
Maybe.
Nah, that's a loss.
Well, now, okay, so they're playing Oregon and Penn State
They
regular
are.
season. Okay.
They are, and you're going to lose to both
nobody,
of them. You're going to lose to both of them.
Well,
I mean, it's better.
they got
it's better. No,
they
it's better.
got their opportunity to
Wisconsin,
prove people
terrible.
wrong.
Wisconsin's
They
terrible.
about to fire Luke Fickell.
And then Purdue is awful.
Purdue ain't won a game.
So they got 2 games on their schedule. They got Penn State and Oregon. And I'll give them Iowa. Iowa's a little tough.
Illinois? Illinois.
I know. Illinois. We'll see, man. It's on
I'm
my
not
birthday.
saying
It's
Illinois
on my birthday.
playoff, but they're not.
I know they're not.
pushover.
But they got it at Indiana. They should
Okay,
win
so
that game.
3 games. Let's
I'm going to
three.
say Iowa, Penn State, and,
Okay. 4 games.
and Oregon. Better than last year.
Yeah.
Better than last year. You think they'll win any of those 4?
I think they will win at least one of them.
Well, 1 and 3. That means they will not be in the playoffs. So we won't have to talk about them.
That's probably
so.
true.
That's about right. 17th, maybe even further down.
Yeah.
There's your Indiana Hoosiers 25 schedule. So.
All right, number 6, Oregon Ducks. 13-1 last year. The one loss to Ohio State in the playoff, and it was a blowout. But no Dylan Gabriel. But who will they go out and get at quarterback? Who are they going?
Who you talking about, Oregon?
Yeah.
Well, they lost him.
I know.
He went to Cal. I mean, he was with the team, and he signed with them, and then he got in the portal.
Who's the other backup?
I'm not sure.
No, they'll probably go out and find somebody else.
Well,
former 5-star prospect Dante Moore, that's who we're talking about.
I guess.
Redshirted in 2024 after transferring to UCLA, is the favorite to replace Gabriel.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Dante Moore.
Dante Moore.
We'll see what happens with him.
Right.
The Georgia Bulldogs coming in at number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a believer in Gunnar Stockton?
We'll see. I mean,
Nate Frazier
give him a
coming
chance.
back?
Give him a chance.
Giving him a chance.
Notre Dame, I think that's a little high.
You think Notre Dame's high?
Yeah, I think it's a little high.
Riley Leonard is gone.
That's
huh?
exactly right.
He was a 1-year rental.
Exactly.
Jeremiah Love.
Now
is
they
back.
have. Now look, I told everybody the biggest win for Auburn this recruiting season was getting Deuce Knight away from Notre Dame. I mean,
my goodness.
If you want to look at that win, that was
Think
a big
he's
win.
regretting that
was
now?
the biggest one. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, why
he's,
would
he's
he?
close to home.
Yeah.
He's got a heck of a team around him. I mean, we'll see. He's going to have his opportunities at Auburn.
The Nittany Lions coming in at number 3, Penn State.
Right.
They were, a whisker away.
They were, man. They were.
Would they have beaten
They
Notre
exceeded
Dame?
expectations for sure.
Would they have beaten Notre Dame?
I think so, man.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Let's see. Texas Longhorns coming in at number 2. Hard to argue. Arch Manning. Quinn Ewers going on to the NFL. But that Wisner's coming back.
Yeah,
at
they got a good team. So I'm gonna say that's probably about right. And then
in the number 1 team, the
Ohio State,
Buckeyes.
yeah, no shot.
Jeremiah Smith coming back, but Caleb Downs coming back.
Now they loaded, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's another loaded year.
What are they gonna do at quarterback?
Question is Ryan Day coming back? Is he going to get tempted to go to the NFL? So
yeah,
we'll see.
QB1, let's see. Julian Sayin, 5-star prospect who transferred from Alabama, will probably be QB1 after Devin Brown and Air Nolan entered the transfer
Aaron
portal.
Nolan, left.
So Julian Sayin.
Yeah, very highly touted recruit.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, well. Yeah.
There we go.
We'll see. It's all potential until you get on the field.
That's it.
All right, that's the top 25. We'll take another break. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
Hello, this is Little Mo right here with you from DLR Us Auto Sales. At DLR Us, we have multiple sedans and SUVs. Come see us at 33445 US Highway 280, Childersburg, Alabama 35044. Call us at 256-267-3257. Let's make a deal, people. Our down payment is based on $500 down with the approval of credit. We make it happen. We work with you. We got the choice for you, and we make the right deal.
Main Street Family Herbs.
Main Street Family Care offers a wide array of services that allows them to treat many conditions, and they also offer primary care. In addition to these services, they also offer DOT physical exams, lab testing, sports physicals, and vaccines. They accept most major insurance plans, including Medicaid. Main Street Family Care, open 7 days a week.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Heal better, feel better fast.
Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union, is looking for the next hometown hero. Hometown heroes could be first responders, public service workers, community leaders, pastors, community volunteers, or anyone who is making a difference in your hometown. Submit your nominations now online at myhscu.com. And if your nominee is selected, they will get a $100 Visa cash card and a certificate of appreciation from Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Illowwood Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Illowwood Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Illowwood Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
The new owners of Stillwater's Country Club want to welcome you to play the area's premier course at Stillwater's with our new rate. Now, play for only $35 per 18 during the week and only $40 for the weekend. Stillwater's Golf is ready to give you the area's best golf experience, and many upgrades are coming, including a lighted range and course expansion. Meet the new staff and enjoy $35 per 18 Monday through Friday and $40 on the weekends. All at Stillwater's Country Club in Dadeville.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you. Just one more segment in the first hour.
What happened to that hour?
It went really quick. Alabama up 83-69 right now.
85. I just made another
Okay. And Tennessee up 64-48.
Pulling away from Mississippi State. Kind of like what we did to them at Auburn. So
it looks like it. And, of course, we mentioned Missouri at Texas coming up at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow night it'll be Florida at South Carolina. Florida, Auburn had all kind of fits with them there.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see what kind of,
South
game Florida has with them. Texas A&M at Ole Miss, that could be a really good game.
Should be a really good game.
And Georgia at Arkansas. Arkansas desperate for a win here. Desperate for a win.
I'll tell you.
In the SEC.
I'm not picking them over Georgia.
I wouldn't either.
Even at Arkansas. I mean, let's look at these SEC.
I was pretty impressed with that Georgia team, actually.
Very impressed. Asa Newell, man.
He's good.
Demery at guard. I mean, they've got some pretty good players. That's two guys I'd take on Auburn right now. I mean, both of those guys. And Bruce Pearl wanted them. I mean, he didn't make any – he didn't mince any words. He said, there's 3 or 4 guys on that roster we went after heavy and we didn't get them. Yeah. And he blamed it on NIL. He said, NIL – he said, we used to go to Georgia and get who we wanted. And it was based off of our success and where our program was relative to Georgia. He said, that ain't the case anymore, man. He said, they've made a commitment to NIL, and they're going to go after some of those players in state, and they're going to keep them. And so that's he didn't use that as a crutch, and he didn't use that as he moved on from that comment in the press conference. But he made sure to mention, last week, it was a point of emphasis. He goes, it is what it is. We're going to have to deal with it. We're not going to be able to go over and get everybody like we used to. Anybody that we wanted to get, we're going to have to fight. And it's the way of the world. Auburn is the only undefeated team in the SEC, and then there are several 4-1 teams: Mississippi, Ole Miss, Alabama, Missouri. Alabama moving toward 5-1. That Missouri team, man, glad we got them when we got them. We're the only loss for Missouri, and they play Texas tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if they go on the road and beat Texas. That would improve them to 5-1 on the season. Then you got Kentucky, Mississippi State, and Florida, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, and A&M. A lot of shifting going to go on there with the conclusion of some of these games here. Vanderbilt's about to drop to 3-3, so is Mississippi State. Tennessee's about to improve to 4-2. We'll see what happens with Texas A&M and Missouri, or Texas A&M tomorrow, along with Ole Miss sitting up there at 4-1. And then you've got Texas at 1-4, Oklahoma at 1-4, LSU 1-4, and then you got Arkansas, South Carolina down at the bottom at 0-5.
I would not have thought that for Arkansas and Calipari, even in this first year, having rebuilt that team. But it's still a long ways to go. Do you
think nobody fears John Calipari anymore? No. I mean, look, Arkansas went out and they made a big to-do about bringing him in. They filled up the arena and, rejuvenation. And look at Kentucky. Kentucky's – they lost to Alabama at home. I know it was a tough loss for them. And they're off this week as well, like Auburn. They'll play again on Saturday. But, man, I just think Cal, I think it may have passed him by, dude. I mean, seriously.
Maybe so. Only 2 teams go on the road this past weekend, and win on the road. Yeah. It is not easy to win on the road, and that was Auburn and Alabama.
No. And they're the best 2 teams in the league. I know Ole Miss beat Alabama, but I wouldn't. If I had to pick the next 9 matchups, I'm picking Alabama in all 9 of them. I just think that's – it's us and them, man. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's
Florida's going to have something to say about it.
Florida's going to have something to say about it, but
Kentucky's going to have something to say about it. I mean, they lost to Alabama, but
Florida's already lost 2 games, so they can't afford to have any more slip-ups. They're going to slip their way on down the line. And
I'll ask you what I asked Luke. Did I just dream that Todd Golden was under investigation in Title IX? And like 9 women had accused him of stalking.
Where did that go?
That just evaporated, and nobody even says
nobody says a word about it, dude. I mean, I'm with you.
If that was somebody at Auburn, they'd be talking about it all the time.
You'd have coaches suspended and people on leave and all this kind of stuff. And Golden he's like, no, I didn't do it. And they went, okay. I mean, I just took his word for it, I guess. But you're right, man. I haven't seen.
So I didn't dream that. That actually.
No,
happened.
that actually. Okay. I mean, he was in trouble, man. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was pretty bad trouble.
I didn't think he would even coach the season. But
Will Wade's over there going, "What the heck, man?" I mean, what is going on, dude? I mean, am I the sacrificial lamb? LSU basketball has sucked since that happened. And pretty much crippled them. So
I mean, they had to start over.
I mean, they lost. You remember they lost?
They lost the entire team.
Entire team.
Poor guy had to come in. You talk about a rebuild. That goes. I mean, that's taking that to another level.
Yeah, I want to see if anything is going on with that. I haven't heard. I mean, there's like literally nothing, man. Like when you Google him, it's just about Florida. And now here's one 5 days ago.
Okay.
On ESPN, amid Golden inquiry, Gators assistant accused of sexual assault. So they've got another one now that has been accused. So I'll pull that up. We'll talk about it on the flip side because obviously it is out there. And some lady named Paula Levine wrote about it 5 days ago. Again, it's on ESPN.com.
Maybe he did do it. Maybe he's 100% innocent. And then when they started
nobody said anything.
When they started investigating, they said, "Well, hey, boy, this sounds like extortion or something." Maybe. So I don't know.
Well, I'd want them to come out and tell you that I'm good, man. I'd like for that headline to come out.
Yeah.
But I'll read through it and see I come up with something.
All right, we'll go ahead and take another break. We'll come back and never fear, hour number 2 of Sports Blitz Live is on the way right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Located in the heart of Alabama, Lake Martin is a destination of tasty delights.
Lots of butter.
There's no shortage of culinary genius.
Don't tell my secrets.
From mom and pops
Everyone feels like family.
to lakeside dining.
We serve food, but we try to do it with purpose. Pour it straight in the ear.
I'm Trey Foshi.
I'm a chef now.
And I'm going to try them all.
Dude, I can do this all day.
Because there's one thing locals around here know. Lake Martin's got bite.
I'm Jimmy Goree with Goree's Furniture. We would like to invite you to come shop our huge selection of furniture. But if you don't have time, we have over 2,000 items you can have shipped directly to your home. Go to GoreesFurniture.com, look for 48-hour quick ship. Shop, click, ship, it's just that easy. You can shop us here, or you can shop us online, only at Goree's Furniture.
Your express way to saving.
In 2025, we're hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. New Chevy Silverado 4x4 crew cabs, discounted up to $12,000 off. Brand new 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV with high-tech features, discounted up to $5,000 off. Enjoy the new year with no payments for 120 days. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to hour number 2 of Sports Blitz Live. I am Andy Graham alongside Brett Pritchard. We'll be with you for another hour on tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Go and check out our social media sites, YouTube and Facebook as well. You can always tune us in any and every way you choose.
I mean, I'm not trying to make light of this. I'm about to talk about it for a minute, but all I can think of is Back to the Future when Marty McFly goes back and he's standing in the road and he looks up and his dad's in the tree and with binoculars and he goes, he's a peeping Tom. He's like, dude's a pervert. And that's what Todd Golden is, according to these accusations. Now, I mean, who knows? But they're investigating multiple reports of Todd Golden. This is still going on. I mean, nobody's talking about it right now because I guess it's an investigation going on. And now Florida has another assistant, another coach on the staff, Taurine Green, who played at Florida in 06, 07.
It was national championship years, right?
Absolutely. And the lady said that, you know, she didn't come out and say anything back in 22 because of his tie to the team and all this kind of stuff. And then she was asked to comment on the investigation with Todd Golden, and then she dropped this bomb. So, man, that Florida just Florida may be irrelevant here in a few. I mean, I don't know, but they still have a lot of junk going on for sure.
Sounds like it. Vandy's got it 91-80.
Well,
I mean, 3:30 to go.
Yeah,
but that game was 20.
Oh, it was. Yeah, I mean, they've tanked a little bit.
They
again.
kind of like Auburn. They kind of feel like they can just coast to the end, and that just don't work.
Well,
that's one thing Auburn's got to figure out.
Well, let's see
that seems to be happening in every game almost.
Wade and Holloway just missed a layup, so we feel you there. We know what that's like for sure. For Alabama, Mark Sears with 19 tonight. Aiden Holloway with 22 points tonight. Eight of 11 shooting.
I mean, he's a different guy. He looks like, I've watched him play.
And Diabate.
He looks like a different guy out on the court.
Diabate with 20.
He fits that offense better. I think it.
Well, Baron Philon with another bad night, 2 of 10. That guy, he can look like the best player on the floor and a number one, a first-round draft pick, and then he can do what he's done the past couple of games and hardly pee a drop, dude. I mean, it is what it is. But Sears, 19. Stevenson's been a pretty good player for them lately. He's got 10. And then 20 and 22 for Diabate and Holloway. So,
oh well.
There
Anyway.
it is. Alabama pulling away now, 97-83 with 140 to go in the game. So,
Talked a lot about the national championship game and the top 25 of 2025. Never too early to talk about college football. Talk about some basketball as well. We kind of finished up that conversation with Todd Gold and that investigation that several, and it wasn't just one, it was multiple women. We're talking about stalking. And
pictures,
when you get
videos.
And JJ made a good point about that when we were talking about it a month ago, not now, but that when you're talking about stalking, there are, usually pictures and texts and things like that involved. So it's not like just he said, she said.
And there are. Yeah. I mean, they supposedly got pictures. And so, I mean, I'm sorry. Look, and I'll just say it on here. I'm not trying to, if you get offended easily, just turn it. And I'm not going to say anything crude, but has that ever worked out for anybody? A man is taking pictures.
Didn't work out for Anthony Weiner.
And what a name. I mean,
very appropriate.
Cartoon.
Very
cartoon.
Appropriate. Yeah.
But, I mean, Brett Favre did it. I mean, there's some other – and it comes out that, that gets released. They go, what? I don't know that's – I haven't heard anybody ever tell me or I've read anywhere where somebody did that and they go, boy, I got to her. She's headed over here.
Yeah.
That was an immediate – it's usually – what the hell, I'm about to turn this guy in. I'm about to call police. And I don't know what goes through your mind. Just not thinking.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it alone.
Not thinking,
Yeah, I'm going to leave it alone. I could have said something else.
All right, the NFL playoffs going on right now. They were pretty – the NFL playoffs, they've got that thing worked out so well. The NFL is going – it's just the number one sport. And it's the number one sport for a reason because it's so compelling. Every game is compelling.
And it's rigged.
Well,
who's tired of Kansas City getting every break? The poor Texans, man, had no chance. It was every time a positive playoff flag. And there's so many memes out there. And the numbers for Kansas City offensively this year are horrific.
They're not good.
Everybody – that has numbers similar to them offensively have a losing record, except them. And they've lost, what, one ball game, 2 games? They've lost 2 games. And that last one didn't count. They didn't play any starters.
All right.
And so it was, I'm telling you.
Yeah, the Chiefs beat the Texans 23-14. There were some questionable calls. And we've gone, way overboard about protecting – It was kind of funny though. You know, Jared Goff just gets destroyed,
killed.
I mean, and that no flag at all.
None
on that one. Granted, he was trying. You know, it was not.
But that
it
scramble
was after he had thrown an interception.
But that scramble though for Patrick Mahomes. I mean, the Texans guys ran into each other. He didn't even get hit.
He didn't. Yeah,
and he slid at the last second. Andy. I mean, they were already
slid. I think he just
kind of sat down. But man, I'm telling you, if you get near him, and then he tried to flop on the sideline that one time, and it was like, man, they didn't throw the flag on that one. But even Troy Aikman and them were like, man, this is
Troy Aikman's. He's
like, this
he's from the old school. He got hit.
He got killed.
I mean, he got about
and
9
these guys are barely
concussions.
breathing on somebody, and they're getting penalized. He's like, man, look at what happened to me.
I just say, go back and Google Joe Montana and
just go look and see what
John
Ronnie
Elway.
Lott used to do to people across the middle.
I mean, who was that big behemoth that they had? I can't. It was Anderson.
Who?
That in the middle of the Giants. I can't remember his name now. Big giant. He hit Joe Montana so hard one time.
Was it Otis Anderson?
No, that was a running back.
Okay, I think. Maybe.
Golly, but yeah, it was. I think it was Anderson. It was something like that. I'll Google it when we go into break. But he hit Joe Montana, and he literally knocked him out for almost a year. I mean, it was.
Oh, it was. I remember it.
Just brutal.
Good God, what a
brutal. So I mean, those quarterbacks that went through that have got to look at this now and go, "Come on, man."
Man,
I mean, this is just ridiculous.
Well, it's like everything else. I mean, everything, the pro leagues, NFL, NBA are wussified now.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a fine line between protecting the players and then just turning it into flag
that
football.
personal foul they called on Will Anderson, he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he was rushing the quarterback, forcing him to throw it, and he barely hit him.
Well, this look. I mean, it's one
come
thing
on, dude.
About hitting a quarterback too. We're flagging things for just pushing them down.
Yeah,
I mean, where did you? They do that on the playground in
I'm
second
telling you,
grade. I mean, come on.
It's getting to the point where it's kind of unwatchable in some areas.
Bills beat the Ravens 27-25. Another really good game. The Ravens have nobody to blame but themselves. Turn the ball over, 3 times.
2 drop. A fumble and then the drop pass.
Drop the
Boy, just
2-point conversion
right.
right.
Just had a bad game, dude.
Yeah. I'm pulling for the Bills, though.
Hey, man, I love Josh Allen.
I do, too.
I'm sick of the Chiefs.
I was so hoping the Bills and the Lions could meet in the Super Bowl.
How about that egg?
That somebody would win. I mean, somebody would win a Super Bowl. But
well, the Lions went ahead and choked again before they got there.
Golly.
The Commanders? Man, what is – like – I know we got to get to break, but like Commanders and if it's the Commanders and the Chiefs, ugh.
It'd be entertaining.
Maybe. What if it's the Eagles? And I mean, I think the Eagles and the Chiefs would. I'd rather see the Eagles and the Bills.
Yeah.
I just don't. I still have a hard time calling them the Commanders.
I'm not.
They're the dadgum Redskins, man. And then we're erasing a lot of this woke crap. Maybe they'll change the name back. I know there's a push to do it.
There is.
There is a big push to change it back. And, like, the franchise wants to change it back. And the players want to change it back. I mean, what are we doing?
And I think the Indians want to change it back.
I think the Indians want it changed back, and the stupid Guardians in Cleveland need to be changed too.
I don't care about them.
I don't either, but I hope they never win. But I hope they never win again in anything. And freaking Guardians, man. I don't care. I mean, and then we got the Guardians and the Commanders.
Makes no sense. All right, we'll take another break. Don't go anywhere. What's your thoughts? 256-234-6221. More to come right after these messages.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
If you're tired of the same old and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City.
Get ready to rev up your fall with Adams Motorsports in Montgomery. This season, experience the thrill of the open road like never before. From sleek motorcycles to powerful ATVs to versatile side-by-sides, we've got everything you need to fuel your passion for adventure. Whether Polaris, Suzuki, or Kawasaki, Adams sells and services the best. Go to where the journey begins. Visit us today or online for more information. From East Alabama's first family of power sports, Adams Motorsports of Montgomery.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you. Only about, 45 more minutes left in tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us, talking a little bit about the NFL playoffs. We mentioned Washington defeated the Lions. That was the only really upset of the night or the weekend, I should say. How about, man, like you said, Washington coming out, man, they're getting hot down the stretch and playing extremely well. I mean,
you impressed with Jaden Daniels?
I mean, I knew he was a tremendous athlete, clearly, but yes, I did not think he looks like he's out there on a regular on. I mean, he's just out there having fun.
I think they got a brand new front office. They got a rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels. I mean, they've rebuilt this thing in a year, man. I mean, just shows you good leadership. They've obviously done the right things and got a good coach. I mean, he's getting
makes you think what the Cowboys could do if they got some new leadership, right?
Well, Jerry Jones has been the problem. Look, he loves the Cowboys so much he pets them to death.
Well, he is the same guy that got them and won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, but that's so long ago.
Yeah.
Now, and they have been a blundering. They figure out ways to screw stuff up. And so the amount of money and the things that they spend and waste.
It also goes to show you, too, I mean, you compare the difference between Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer and this lineage, this line of bozos that he has gotten to coach the team. I mean, you go from those two guys to this.
You know what it ends up being? It ends up being
Dave Campo.
Well, he ends up getting guys that are yes men to him.
Yeah.
And
Wade Phillips. Garrett.
Yeah, Jason Garrett. And then
McCarthy now.
Yeah.
I mean.
But here's the deal. When you get a bunch of yes men around you, that's what you get. You got to hire somebody. You may not like what they say, but if you want to win a championship, Chan Gailey, they have hired some crap bags, man. I mean, no kidding. So Dion going to be the next head coach at Dallas. I mean, he said he would take it if he was offered the job. So
well, who wouldn't?
No kidding.
I mean, I'd take it for $10 million a year.
Right.
Eagles and Rams. The Eagles, that was a very entertaining game in a driving snowstorm. I love the snow games in the NFL. I don't know.
That thing turned into a snow game.
I know everybody.
I
there's an argument. Well, they ought to have them all in, the domes. But I was talking to Randy, last week. We're thinking about the fumble. Denver and Cleveland.
Right.
All those games, you think about those games back in those days, that all of those weather games that had that signature to it, the weather played a factor in them. There's something to that. I like outdoor games, and I like for the weather, sometimes to, not always, but, to sometimes play a role in it. And that was a cool game. And to the Rams' credit, being an LA team to be down like that game almost be over. Saquon Barkley looking phenomenal, running wild, but for them to power back like that and have a chance to win, that was great. It was a very entertaining game.
It was a very entertaining.
So you got the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship. The Bills and the Chiefs. Can the Bills finally go to the Chiefs and win?
I'm going to say no. I'm not saying no. I'm going to say no because the referee effect for the Chiefs.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
man.
kind of equate this to
it's just
Indianapolis
big,
and New England all those years. And finally, Indianapolis, won against the Patriots.
Right.
And, won a Super Bowl.
I don't know, man.
Maybe this is their year.
Maybe it is.
Because Josh Allen seems like he's poised to do it.
Josh Allen, probably nobody right now deserves one more than him. That guy's he's a gamer, and I think he's going to be the MVP this year.
He should be.
I know if Lamar Jackson had won that game, it would have probably been him.
Yeah.
I think that's what that game was battle to see who could win the MVP. So, man, I'm looking forward to that game. It's going to be fun. Absolutely pulling for the Bills to win it all. Man, a franchise that has just been through hell since that first missed field goal in the Super Bowl against the Giants with Norwood. They went on to lose 3 more, which is unbelievable. And then they just hadn't been able to get back since. And so it's
hard. I mean, that's hard to even contemplate. They lost 4 straight Super Bowls.
Denver was that way until
one of them
Elway
was close.
Denver had lost 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And then they finally picked up 2 before Elway retired. So they kind of made amends, and then they've won again since.
Yeah.
So, man, Buffalo just God. And then the Lions, man, they just there's a curse to some of these franchises, man, that can't get over the hump. They find ways to lose.
And the sad, I mean,
Dan Campbell crying again over there. I mean, I hate it for him.
That poor guy. I mean, but you got to love him. I mean, and I think they do. But I was just happened to be going through. We'll go to break after this, but I happened to be going through on this day, it was the AFC and NFC championship games.
Right.
The Bills beat the Raiders 51-3 to go to the Super Bowl. The Giants beat the 49ers 15-13. I mean, you knew, was it going to be the up-tempo? Because the Bills were really, that's the first team to really kind of perfect that. They said, hey, let's go hurry up all the time. And they were this machine back in that 91. And you just thought, well, I mean, okay, they're going to, and the Giants wanted to, 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Right.
Bill Parcells, who's going to win? And, oh, good grief. And then Scott Norwood lines up for that 40-yard field goal. And
that was
wide
bad.
right.
So bad.
Nah,
They'll never recover from that one.
No, never will. All right, we got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after these messages.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Alex City and west side of the lake. It's time to celebrate because the all-new Lake Martin Pizza is open with the area's best pizza, and it's just down Highway 63 South in our town. Lake Martin Pizza of Highway 63 has a huge outdoor seating area with enclosed heated comfort, a full bar with cold beer, wine, and full spirit selection with family ownership and fun for the whole family. Dine in or pick up. It's just a short drive to our town and is hands down the area's best pizza. Like us on Facebook to see upcoming live entertainment and watch sports on our 360 wraparound TVs. Rejoice! Lake Martin Pizza on Highway 63 is ready for you.
Planting season is here, and the Potting Shed Garden Center is happy to give you professional landscaping advice when it comes to planting your shrubs and trees. Auburn's best kept secret will have it all this fall. Mums, pansies, pumpkins, and much more. All an array of colors and sizes, along with beautiful pots and containers, indoor plants, and a great selection of other gardening gifts. It's all at the Potting Shed Garden Shop, where natural elements reign supreme. Located on the corner of Moore's Mill and Society Hill Road in Auburn.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, this is Andrew McGreer at Dunning Roofing. At Dunning Roofing, we specialize in high-quality, premium roofs. We don't build roofs that just meet code requirements. We build quality roofs with premium materials that significantly exceed our competitors' warranties. We put money on your roof, not in our pockets. If you're looking for a top-quality roof, call Dunning Roofing today for your free quote at 256-307-7601 or visit us at DunningRoofingAL.com for more information.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Taking a look at the NFL playoffs, the NFC and AFC championship games, talking about the Bills and the Chiefs in the previous segment. How about the Commanders and the Eagles? I can't get into this game really, but
I can't either. I mean, I don't really care about either one of the teams.
I really don't. I never have liked the Eagles, but they They're pretty good. And
Well-
Jalen Hurts already got him. I mean, who would have thought? I obviously don't know much about football because I looked at Jalen Hurts.
You're doing a show for 45 years.
And
you look at me and go, I don't really know.
Look, Jalen Hurts, I thought, there's no way this guy's an NFL quarterback. He may end up in the Super Bowl twice.
But isn't that the NFL? I mean, you got some guys. Dan Marino goes his first year and goes, this ain't nothing.
Yeah.
We'll see you again.
I
Never.
laugh at the simplicity of this game.
Exactly. And then you have people like Joe Flacco and Brad.
Trent Dilfer.
And
Brad Smith.
No, not Brad Smith.
Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson. All those guys won Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I mean, freaking Trent Dilfer and Joe Flacco. And then you got the likes of Dan Marino and some of those guys that never.
Jay Schrader.
Boy, you pulled that one out.
I mean, yeah, well, pick a.
Who?
I said pick a quarterback for Washington. They have.
Yeah, I mean, was it Doug Williams?
Doug Williams, yeah. Jay Schrader got him there, and Doug Williams won the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Who was the one that won it in '91? What was his name?
Jeff Hostetler?
No, not for. He was for the Giants. I'm talking about for the Redskins.
Mark Rippon.
Mark Rippon. Yeah, I mean, out of blue. You know, what did he ever do? So
nothing. Won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that's what he
won
did.
A Super Bowl.
That's what he did.
That's true.
That's what a lot of these quarterbacks are doing. And when they go, well, that guy, and you're like, well, look at this. You know, only so many have ever done it.
This is true.
So
it's in a select group for sure. I think the Eagles probably win that one. I think they're probably, but I mean, who's to say? The
Commanders
Washington,
they're
on a roll.
Yeah, they are on a roll. We'll
know. See if weather plays a role in this one too.
I would say Washington's the hottest team left.
I would agree.
The Eagles barely hung on against the Rams, and
will the Lions ever make a Super Bowl?
Man, I'm telling you, man, they are
in our lifetime.
They've been so close last 2 years.
I mean, my goodness, they lost 2 games this year.
Well, then what happened to Minnesota?
Yeah.
God, like Sam Darnold couldn't have crapped his contract away anyway. His agent had to be on suicide watch. Every time he went out there the last 3 or 4 weeks, he's like, can he just like fall down and get hurt and not bad, but so he can't play, so he can't screw this up.
Well, them going out there, it was about like Auburn going to Syracuse in 2001. There was no way Minnesota was going to win that game.
No.
Going out there with that emotion, with the fires.
No, they drew the short
everything
straw.
Like I mean, the Rams are going to win that game.
Short straw. We drew the short straw. Everybody in the country hated us.
Yeah.
Because we fly up to New York the week of 9/11. You would think, okay, they're gonna cancel this game. You know, so much. No, y'all come on up, and we're gonna fly into the heart of New York and lose.
Like the Braves and playing the Mets that time.
Exactly.
First
right.
game. I mean, first sporting event back. You know, and
it's always somebody.
You could not have scripted it any better. I mean, the Mets had a home run, a walk-off home run. Mike Piazza, I think it was Mike Piazza.
I think it was.
It a walk-off home run. You're just like, and even as a Braves fan, you're like,
I can't argue.
You're like, yeah, that's good. That's pretty good.
Probably how it needed to go.
That's probably how it needed to go. So yeah,
Dwight Freeney still sacking Jason Campbell.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I don't know. Was it Monrico Crittenden? He made was it his career that he just
Monrico?
It was.
If he had a career, it got ruined up there.
Wow. He went around somebody.
Every time the ball was snapped.
Yeah.
Like,
now,
at some point in time,
that guy
he
was as fast as.
I don't think that's when he emerged on the scene.
Yeah.
That was the Dwight Freeney breakout game.
Yes, it was. Poor Jason Campbell, we threw him to the Wolves as a redshirt freshman. And I remember he took off for like a.
The big run.
Yeah. And we thought, look out.
Yeah, and then
this kid.
We didn't make another play.
And then What was it like? 31-14?
Something like that.
Ish.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It wasn't close.
No, it wasn't. But we got them back when they came to.
And they jumped out on us down here. Is that when Cornell got knocked out? Yes, playing Syracuse.
Cornell?
He got
well,
that's what I'm saying. He got knocked out in overtime.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, plumb out, cold.
Yeah.
But we did. Daniel Cobb, was the quarterback in that game.
Yes.
I mean,
Daniel Cobb.
I'll never forget. My dad went to that game with me, and I think when it got 17-0 in the first quarter, he said, I need the keys. I said, he said, I need the keys. He said, you can sit in there and watch this crap if you want to. I'm leaving. And he left. And so I stayed, and that's how it went. And I met up with him after the game. I mean, he wasn't going to sit there and watch that crap. I mean, and I was like, why did I stay? And then it ended up going to overtime. And
I've got that problem. I think I've got that article. Some guy in Syracuse, in New York, wrote an article about. I've been to the Mecca
of college football.
Yeah, right. It was Auburn, Alabama. It's a great article, and
I remember that article.
It was a great game written about that game.
I'm glad we got them back.
Yeah, that was nice for sure. Okay, we're going to take one more break. We'll be back, and we'll kind of do a little fun and rank them. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after these messages.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now, let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now, they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's, Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827.
The new owners of Stillwater's Country Club want to welcome you to play the area's premier course at Stillwater's with our new rate. Now, play for only $35 per 18 during the week and only $40 for the weekends. Stillwater's Golf is ready to give you the area's best golf experience, and many upgrades are coming, including a lighted range and course expansion. Meet the new staff and enjoy $35 per 18 Monday through Friday and $40 on the weekends. All at Stillwater's Country Club in Dadeville.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Just a couple more segments left in tonight's show, and then we will brave the frigid air as we leave the studio tonight. We'll try not to freeze as we get to the car. All right, let's close things out. Yeah, it's going to be touch and go. All right, rank them a little. Happy birthday today, the late Mac Davis. Mac Davis, North Dallas 40.
Okay.
Country music singer as well.
Right.
Born on this day, 1942. I didn't realize this. He wrote or co-wrote A Little Less Conversation, which Elvis made famous.
Right. Is that the same In the Ghetto that Elvis sang to?
It's the same In the Ghetto as Elvis sang. Hard to Be Humble, one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to be humble.
It is. You've struggled with that your whole life.
I have all my whole life. Baby, Don't Get Hooked on Me, which is another. It might as well be Hard to Be Humble.
Don't Get Hooked on Me.
Don't Get Hooked on Me. And Stop and Smell the Roses.
Is this Trump's playlist?
It could be.
No, YMCA's not on here, so it can't.
Yeah, that's true. Again, what is the deal with him and YMCA?
You know, they talked about it. You know, back during the rallies, they just had these random, I think, songs that they pulled, and just upbeat stuff, especially when he was finished. And one of the rallies they played YMCA, and he got up there and was just entertaining and did that right there, and it stuck, man. And now and I
can't believe those dudes are still alive.
Good
I guess
Lord.
it's the same ones.
It's the same dadgum ones. And so, yeah, Indian, construction worker, policeman.
Yeah.
Military.
They represent all of America.
All of them.
Which one of these is your favorite?
I'm gonna go In the Ghetto, man, because I love that one, man.
That's a good one.
Probably number one. A Little Less Conversations, probably two. That's a really good one.
It is, yeah.
Hard to Be Humble, I guess, and then Baby Don't Get Hooked on Me, and then Stop and Smell the Roses.
You stop and smell the
I don't
roses.
want to smell the roses.
That's for the birds.
Yeah, there's no sense to stop and smell the roses. We got stuff to do, man. We got to keep going.
Yeah,
it's In the Ghetto unanimously for me.
I like. I'm gonna go hard to be humble. Number one, Little Less Conversation. Number two, In the Ghetto. Number three, Baby Don't Get Hooked on Me, and Stop and Smell the Roses. I would agree with you there in that. All right, happy birthday today, Billy Ocean, the great Billy Ocean.
We talked about him earlier today.
Yeah, born on this day, 1950. When the going gets tough.
The tough get
going. I think this was the song. I think it was for Romancing the Stone. I think
he's got to Get Out of My Car, Out of My Dreams is on License to Drive.
One of the great, very underrated 80s movie.
You really think so?
License to Drive, man.
Put the girl in the trunk.
I love that movie, man. That's Heather Graham
trying to get
a young Mercedes Lane.
No, exactly. My Mercedes.
The Corys.
Corey Feldman.
That was great.
Corey Feldman, Corey Haim.
Yeah, great movie.
Getting your license, man.
That's
got the grandpa's car, man. Destroyed the
big
thing.
Cadillac.
Boy, destroyed it. The dang grandpa wasn't even mad about it when he got it on.
That's because he destroyed his car.
He laughed about it.
All right, when the going gets tough, suddenly he's in love. Caribbean
Suddenly,
or
life has new meaning to me.
That's true. Caribbean Queen or Caribbean Queen, however you want to.
Well, he says Caribbean.
Caribbean Queen.
Yeah, the way he says it.
Caribbean Queen, or Get Out of My Car, or Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car. That sounds like that may be the Todd Golden
be
song.
Your lover, lover.
I want to be your lover, lover boy. All right, Billy Ocean, man.
Jamaican.
I'm glad you know you're Billy Ocean.
I know Billy Ocean, dude. I mean, isn't he a Jamaican?
I think he is. Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, Trinidad and Tobago.
I think
so. There you go. All right, man.
This is hard.
Yeah, it is because they're all good. I'm gonna go Caribbean Queen number one. That's hard to beat.
It's catchy.
But it's just hard to beat. I think
catchy.
it's probably I think that's it for me on that one. I'm gonna go Suddenly next. I mean, it's got a good,
It does
slow,
have a
smooth. He can sing, man. Get Out of My Dreams is third, and this is all close. When the going gets tough, and then Loverboy.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna go Get Out of My Dreams just because
I knew you were because of License.
Yeah, I got to go with that. I'm gonna listening to it today. I'd kind of forgotten. I'm gonna go When the Going Gets Tough. That's actually a pretty good one.
Gets rough.
Caribbean Queen.
Yeah.
Suddenly and Loverboy. But which I can say they're all good. You can throw them up, mix them up. They're all pretty good. All right, happy birthday today, finally, Gina Davis. Gina Davis, who I believe is actually in. She's like literally a genius. I think she's in a Mensa club. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
She's a good actress.
She's a good actress too. Hasn't done a whole lot since like the early 2000s.
Yeah, I think she
kind of
made her. She made her stuff and got out.
I was born on this day, 1956. All right, The Fly. Ooh. Beetlejuice. Have you seen the latest Beetlejuice?
I haven't.
Did you like the first one?
Yeah.
Second one's okay. I've seen it. It's okay.
Beetlejuice.
Very underrated movie, Quick Change. Have you ever seen that?
I have not seen Quick Change.
Bill Murray, Gina Davis, Randy Quaid. Hilarious.
I'm sure it is with all that.
Very good movie. A League of Their Own.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thelma and Louise.
Thelma and Louise. Yeah. I'm gonna go Beetlejuice number one. I like Beetlejuice. I like The Fly. Fly is really good. I'm gonna go 2 there.
It's Creep City, but it's good.
I haven't seen Quick Change. That's got to be last for me. Thelma and Louise third, and then A League of Their Own.
Okay.
There's no crying in baseball.
There is no crying in baseball.
Crying in baseball.
Crying in baseball. If I'm gonna watch one of these, it's gonna be Quick Change.
Okay.
But Beetlejuice.
Do you not like The Fly?
I did like The Fly. It's just grossed me out.
Weird.
When he pukes on the donut, man, I'm picking out his fingernails and stuff. It's just.
Is that like mayonnaise for you?
It's close. It's close. I'd still.
You didn't watch the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
I'd watch The Fly before.
Did you watch the Duke's Mayo Bowl this year?
No.
I mean,
negative. Not gonna do it. I mean, and I can't even begin to describe to you how.
Yeah, you can.
How
you have
awful it is when they. I mean, I can't even. Just the thought of them pouring that mayonnaise onto the coach.
Oh man!
I mean, that's like my worst nightmare.
I'm telling you, man.
I wake up in a cold sweat thinking about that.
Dadgum had to put a little water in there to get it loosened up a little bit, so it'd be a little bit more runny.
Jeez, man!
So it'd dump on them, so it wouldn't just clump. And that guy sitting in the stands had a big old spatula, and he's scooping it up out of that vat, and he's eating it.
That makes me want to vomit. Yeah, A League of Their Own was a good movie. Thelma and Louise, I know it was a good movie, but I'm not going to watch that if it's on. I mean, I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you. So yeah. I go. That would be last for me.
There you go.
There you go. All right, let's take one more break, and we'll be back with the final segment of Sports Blitz Live on this Tuesday evening. Right after this.
If you're tired of the same old, and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City.
At Russell Medical, we're proud of our exceptional nurses, like Nurse Brandy Worthy. Brandy represents the selfless, compassionate clinical leader patients expect and coworkers admire. Brandy was recently honored with the Nightingale Award for Nursing Excellence for her high standards, sound judgment, and caring manner. Her passion for her profession inspires us all.
Being a nurse is not just what you do, it's who you are. I'm proud to be a part of the nursing team at Russell Medical. We are the link between all hospital services, providing you with exceptional, personalized care.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Main Street Family Urgent Care.
Main Street Family Care offers a wide array of services that allows them to treat many conditions, and they also offer primary care. In addition to these services, they also offer DOT physical exams, lab testing, sports physicals, and vaccines. They accept most major insurance plans, including Medicaid. Main Street Family Care open 7 days a week.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Heal better, feel better fast.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of Sports Blitz Live on this Tuesday evening. College football's come to an end.
It's over.
For yet another year.
For a month.
For a month.
And just getting ready to start back with spring football coming
What are we
up.
going to do with ourselves?
I don't know, man. Watch some of this terrible basketball. Now, Auburn ranked number 1. Alabama, once again, Alabama's gotten in this run again of scoring 100+. You know, this is how they did it last year. I guess that Ole Miss game was a wake-up call. They just tanked out now 2 consecutive back-to-back 100+ point games. They beat Vanderbilt 103-87. Tennessee ended up winning by 12, 68-56. UConn won in overtime over Butler, 80-78. They're not the team they were by any stretch. They're number 19 in the country.
But you win 2 national titles, you're bound to take a –
Oh, yeah, you're going to take some type of a step back. And we all found out that Dan Hurley's a jerk. He may be one of the biggest jerks in the sport. So Iowa State going to get another win. They're beating Central Florida 94-78. And Ohio State has a 2-point lead with 2 seconds over number 11 Purdue, 72-70. So Ohio State wins the national championship last night in football, and their basketball team looks like they may.
And Auburn's beaten both of those.
They sure have.
Badly.
Yeah, not even close.
By about 40.
Destroyed. So Missouri and Texas underway with 3:28 to go in the first half. It is 24-19. Texas leading.
Really?
Yep. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay. Well,
yeah, but college football's over, Andy,
Yeah,
and they got some tweaking to do.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
I would imagine they'll make some changes.
Man, you and I'll blink, and it'll be time to start talking. I mean, literally. I mean, that's how fast.
Well, we'll blink, and it'll be spring training.
Absolutely.
Pitchers will be reporting, and then, first pitch, opening day of baseball. And then
SEC schedule, SEC baseball.
We'll be talking about, the upcoming college football season.
That's it. It's just a big circle.
It really is. It comes and goes.
Big old circle.
Really, really fast. So basketball ongoing. Auburn, the unanimous #1 team in the country, is
relish the moment, man.
Enjoy it while it,
maybe it'll keep lasting.
Could we go wire to wire? I mean, we won't go wire to wire, but could we go from?
Just because you lose a game, does that mean you get bumped? Probably.
Alabama lost a game. They didn't move.
Yeah.
They stayed at number 4.
I bet you if we lose, we move.
Well, yeah, I would imagine that would probably be the case. But we were talking about it today. I mean, when you look at Auburn's next 6 games,
Hey, perfect storm this weekend for Auburn. No pun intended with all this winter weather. Junior Day, big. I know we'll talk more about it on Auburn Blitz this week. Big time prospects coming in. Game day coming in. Auburn playing number 6 Tennessee. Looks like Tennessee, just got another big win at home over Mississippi State. It's going to be.
Could Janai Broome be coming back?
Probably. I would look for that. It's going to be a rabid environment. $4,000 a ticket in the lower bowl. Right now is what the going price is on.
Who would pay that
Vivid
for a
Seats, StubHub. There are people buying them. They're buying them.
You must say. I mean,
a 40-minute.
If you're buying a ticket for $4,000 to a basketball game, you got more money. Than,
$4,000 a piece, and it's a 40-minute game. That's $1,000 every 10 minutes. Hope you enjoy it. You can go to the Caribbean for a week, basically for $4,000 if you get the right deal. Even maybe longer than that.
Wow.
Or you can go watch Auburn play Tennessee.
Yeah.
That'd
be a lot of fun. Yeah. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us on Sports Blitz Live on this Tuesday evening. But be sure to join us next week, same time, same channel, and you can join myself and JJ Jeffcoat for the Auburn Blitz tomorrow, 12 to noon, right here.
12 to noon.
12 to 1.
I was going to say, that's a very short show.
12 to
Unless
1.
it's 12 a.m. till noon. Then it's a very long show.
I can't spell Eagles either. So
did you say? Oh, my God.
Go Google that one. That was a funny one.
Yep, the mayor.
So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen-printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Landowners, farmers, and landscapers, it's time to fall back this fall at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor on Highway 280 in Alex City. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor has the year's best terms on almost all our Mahindra tractors. Now, get up to 84 months of 0% financing on Mahindra 1600 to 4500 series tractors. And package up with all your implement needs. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor also has 0% financing or up to $1,000 rebates on most 24 Spartan zero-turn mowers. The rates can't fall anymore at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dable. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
Wintertime in the South is mild compared to other parts of the country, but we still tend to be less active and spend more time indoors. Show your heart some love this winter by getting it checked out at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.